Twin powers, activate!
Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
Would she go down on you in a theater?
Scrumtrelescent.
And just like the movies,
Acting!
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bud Light's Camera Action. I got you good.
That was a fake
I got
out.
you good on that fake out. This week, we are reviewing the movie, Isn't It Romantic?
It was.
Was it?
Well, let's see. No, it wasn't. There was one good romantic. And it was the rom-com minus the com.
Yeah, ooh. Okay.
So
sure.
it was
Yeah,
just
actually, no,
romantic.
you're right. I had to think about that. Yeah. Less comedy than you want in a rom-com, because it should be equal parts rom and com.
I like mine 60-40, but...
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
We are joined, again, luckily to be joined after what we did to him a couple episodes ago, by Matt. He survived Mary Poppins Returns.
Some would call it lucky to be here. Me, not so much. Didn't know I was going to have to watch Mary Poppins 3, so appreciate you guys putting me in this movie.
Well, you know, this was just the luck of the draw, pal.
Well, they're Australian, not British.
Yeah, they're Australian.
Australia.
So, rom-com, Isn't It Romantic? This movie stars... Rebel Wilson, right?
Rebel Wilson.
That's a real name?
Yeah.
Fat Amy. That's how she's known. Rebel Wilson as a... I don't even know. How do you describe her? Because she wasn't, like, lonely. It wasn't like she was, like,
She was an
shit.
She was an architect.
An architect.
Very guarded, if you will. A lot of walls.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of walls.
Yes.
At first, didn't believe in love.
She lives
No.
in the worst apartment of all time in Queens.
I actually thought it was kind of quaint.
You liked it?
She had a loft bed, like,
lofted
up
bed
above
was
her...
The loft bed, I
her
do like the
workstation. That was
loft
pretty
bed.
queer. Yeah, not queer, cool. Yeah, no, I think it was kind of cool. Like, they didn't... She was, like, semi-successful.
Right, yeah, that's why I liked how they kind of, like, showed the real side of living in New York. Like, you're not going to live in this awesome apartment. But she was also a fucking architect.
Right.
So she had to make some money. What was she doing?
Well,
living
that's
there?
why I think she had, like, kind of, like, the cool, like, the loft with her workspace underneath it. Because it showed that she could actually do the whole architecture thing.
Yeah, all right.
You know?
Maddie, what do you think? You lived in the city once.
That's pretty accurate. Small box. They throw in a little touch. Ooh, exposed brick.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, true.
Overpriced, and yeah, it's a shithole. That's kind of what you get.
No, right?
So was not shocked by that.
Hell yeah, cheers from New York, brother.
Yeah. I would love to live above a papaya shop.
Is that what it was? No, it was they had like a cupcake shop.
It's like a bail bondsman down the street.
Yeah.
I saw papayas.
So let's get into this piece of garbage that Matt's drinking right now, because that kind of tells you everything about what she is.
Yeah, piece of garbage is probably a good three-word title for this movie because it was shit. But the one redeeming quality that came out of it, maybe 2 minutes in?
Yep.
Quick.
Very first
Rebel
minute.
Wilson's mother walks in with a cup and she starts to put ice cream in it, looking like it's going to be a nice soda float. And then she tops it off with boxed wine, which is a revelation to me, which I've now made and put in front of me here. And I got to say, I think Hollywood helped help the look.
That's gross.
This looks like garbage.
Yeah.
But that
Looks
being
like cough
said,
syrup.
Once again, Maddie is more committed to the podcast than we are.
Yeah. Well, we are very...
I got to say, on first taste, not too bad.
Wow. Oh, well, there's our new show.
Well,
it's a debate show called First Taste,
But
starring Skip Bayless.
But in all seriousness, the only redeeming quality of this movie was learning about wine floats. I think that's all I took out of this movie was, I'd like to try that.
Well, okay, so that's maybe your biggest takeaway. I'm going to say redeeming qualities. Adam DeMamp, amazing as always.
Adam Devine is one of my favorite... He's good at everything.
I'll always refer to him as Adam DeMamp.
He's awesome in everything that he's in.
And also, Priyanka Chopra. Woo!
Can't act.
I don't care. You ever seen her? You saw this movie.
Yeah,
Bro, she's beautiful. Matty, he's an idiot. What do you say?
I'm in the middle. Not exactly for me, but I see it.
I'm a fan. I actually liked her on, she was on that show about Quantico, called Quantico.
Quantico.
That was a pretty cool show.
She was
I
on
like
Quantico. That was her big
Yeah, that's
debut?
what I know her from.
Because I didn't never heard of her.
Well, she's
I've
married
seen
to
her
Nick
in some
Jonas.
That's the only thing I know.
Yeah,
of
that's
her.
what you would know her from. The marriage to Nick Jonas.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so back to the movie. So Fat Amy is basically living in the city. She's lonely. She's got nothing going on for her, but it's because, like Matt said, she isn't open to like anything happening in her life. She can't pitch her ideas at work. She won't like let her put herself out there to find love. She's just very jaded.
Yeah, it starts off with the classic rom-com feature of her sitting down, watching a rom-com, looking for love as a 12-year-old fat kid. Her mom basically ruins her dream. She's like, I'll be happy someday, and she wakes up in a shitty New York apartment. So you get all the rom-com touches to start.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie ends up turning into, well, she gets mugged. That's how it happens.
That's pretty funny when she gets.
I laughed.
It was a lot.
When we saw Holmes and Watson, we said the funniest part of Holmes and Watson was the trailer for Isn't This Romantic when she gets mugged.
It was much funnier in the trailer
It was.
than it was in the movie.
It actually was way funnier.
It was way funnier
Yeah.
in the trailer. Actually, everything was way funnier in the trailer. The trailer was.
You and I actually said we should do that movie when we saw Holmes and
The
Watson.
trailer worked. The trailer. It was a really good trailer.
Yeah.
It's gonna win a Golden Boot Award.
No, it won't.
For best trailer.
No, it won't.
For a rom-com.
Wrong. You're wrong,
For a
but
rom.
okay.
For trailers in Marsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she gets mugged and she hits her head and goes into this new world, and it is a PG-13 rom-com. Everything going on in the world is rom-com.
Yeah, sexy doctors and all the different like looking beautiful todays, and the whole city smells like roses, and everything looks like a somewhere between an episode of Sex in the City and an episode in the movie 16 Candles. Something in the
Right.
middle.
That's a
Podcast
really good way to go.
podcast error. I never started our timer. I have no idea how far into the podcast.
Don't worry about it.
We are 1
That's fine.
second in now.
Just forget everything we just said.
Yeah, please. So now all of this stuff is happening to her. She knows that right? She's pretty aware early on that she's in like a rom-com and she needs to now do something to get out.
It's every
Right.
like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because she starts seeing other characters from like her normal life that now are completely different. Like,
Yes.
Like Liam Hemsworth.
There we go. No, yeah,
Liam
Liam.
Hemsworth.
Yeah,
Liam Hemsworth.
yeah,
Yeah,
Liam.
the Liam.
Yes. So he basically is some douchebag corporate guy in real life, but in the rom-com world, he is
The same
guy,
but he's Australian.
and he's in love with her immediately.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
Beguiling.
Beguiling. I actually thought that their back and forth, like Liam Hemsworth was pretty funny in this movie.
Liam Hemsworth. The funniest part of the movie was when Liam Hemsworth, every single time he rolled up in the limo,
Yes.
and he would be like
In
going
the-
away. He'd be off the sunroof,
Yes.
just blowing her kisses.
Well, I was
that
actually-
was funny.
I was gonna say the part where he's like, are you feeling this?
Yeah.
No, I'm not. So yeah.
So everything's set up to like for people to fall in love in this new world that she's in, this alternate universe, rom-com universe.
Yeah, and we should also say that Adam is completely friend zoned by
Yeah.
her in the real world.
Yeah. As a coworker to her at the architecture firm.
Yeah, so she kind of starts, while they're in the rom-com world, she's kind of looking at him differently, thinking, like, did I screw this up? Like, did I not give him a chance? Was he the kind of guy that I should have given a chance? And
Well, then he meets
Priyanka Chopra.
whatever her
Wow,
name
that
is.
was a good try. Priyanka Tronka?
Franca Tronka.
Does she, what's her name in the movie? I just remember the yoga thing that they keep saying.
Yoga
like,
ambassador.
yeah, she's a
Isabella.
Isabella. Okay, that's easier
The
to
yoga
remember.
Ambassador.
Ambassador, swimsuit model, and something else. There
She
was-
gives back to kids too. It's
Okay.
Something
Yeah.
else. That
Well,
she-
she's choking on something, and Adam DeMamp saves her.
Oh, Priyanka Chopra.
Ah.
I thought it was going to be quiet after that. Thank you, guys. Cheers. So they're walking through the park. What is it? Natalie. Nat. Like
Nat.
the insect, as she says. Nat, like the insect.
That's what she said?
Yeah, she says it at some point.
Huh.
So Nat and Adam are walking through the... what's his name?
In the
Jim?
movie?
I think it's Adam in the movie.
No,
Josh.
it's not. Josh. Oh, I was close.
Oh, right, because
Yeah.
she goes, Josh.
Oh, right. Correct. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
No way.
Priyanka Chopra, remember? She says, like, what's your name? And he says, Josh.
Oh, yes.
And she says, Josh. And he's like, yo, you say it so much prettier. I love the way you say
Yep.
it. So she's choking like Aunt said. He saves her, and they, like, fall in love immediately.
The
Boom.
classic rom-com moment of, oh my gosh, you saved my life.
Right.
Ordinary dude, hot
Yeah.
chick. Let's
So-
go get a drink.
So he just walks away, walks
Done.
off.
They
with
go
her.
to get a drink, and I can't believe that I actually forgot. I was wrong. The best person in this movie wasn't Adam DeMant. It wasn't Priyanka Chopra. It was the gay friend
Oh, it's
back home.
It is Donnie, no doubt.
Donnie.
That guy was so fucking funny.
Outside of Liam Hemsworth's awesome suits, which is the only other note I took down, was wine floats. You guys made me watch Mary Poppins 3 and Liam Hemsworth's amazing suits. Donnie stole the show. Donnie
Okay,
stole
so you said you had 3 notes from the movie.
Yeah, 3A was Donnie. Donnie was already like not a note to me. That's just the overarching theme.
Yeah.
Donnie stole the show. No question for me.
Yeah, so
So the big stereotype in rom-coms is there's always a gay best friend.
yes. And this guy played it up big time.
Oh, he
played
was
it up
hamming it.
super gay. Like doing all the effeminate like talking, and he was always down for a montage.
Yep.
A wardrobe montage. And if you remember, in our very first episode, I told you I love montages like that.
And you love wardrobe montages.
That's what I'm
especially.
talking about. And they didn't give it to
Right.
us.
They alluded to it and then it
Yeah.
doesn't happen. That was
Pissed.
that was
She
a really
said no
big,
to it. This would have gotten bumped up. I would have given this more if
That's
if
a really big problem. The
She
plot twist.
declined.
Yeah.
She declined.
she said
the-
no, and then she ended up showing up in the red dress to the date.
Right. Okay. Well, so she does end up saying yes to the dress,
But
Liam Hemsworth's dress.
no, Donnie gets her dressed, but
Yeah.
you don't see any
Right.
of that.
You
There's
lose-
no
you
montage.
You lose all the fun. You lose the
Yeah.
fun.
That would have
you're
been a
supposed to
really
have.
fun
It was
moment.
so much fun. Those were
Watching
great.
Donnie critique all of her
Yes.
outfits
Some whimsy.
would have
Yes.
been so good.
You know, the first one he shakes his head no, and then it's
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh my god, I gotta walk away, and then he cries. Like that's
Yes. See, I knew
it's-
Matty would love
sets up-
him.
It sets up ready for it. That's also part of the problem with the movie.
Yes. So
I'm not bitter.
No.
Wait, should we say that Donnie is originally her?
What the?
Maddie's choking.
So
Wait,
I'm
is
gonna-
that butter pecan?
So again, to stay within the theme of the movie,
I
at
didn't
some
realize
point,
that.
they talk about butter pecan ice cream. So I'm drinking a wine float right now with butter pecan ice cream. I just choked on.
So
it.
that's what you
On a
just
pecan.
got? A
Oh yeah, I just
pecan?
got a pecan in there.
Oh, damn.
This was good till I caught that. That's
Man,
not
good thing you didn't start choking.
No.
You would have fallen
Anthony
in
would
love.
have Anthony would have saved you, and he would have fallen in love.
Oh no! What is me to do?
So what's next here?
So she
Where do
says,
we go?
She says yes. Oh, an important part is Donnie is her neighbor
Oh,
in
right.
the real
yes.
world.
Yes.
And
Right. the
she
parallel.
thinks that this guy is like this playboy because there's always like girls coming to his apartment.
Right.
So he's a jackass, and then finally he's like ends up being the gay best friend with like a key to her room. So she ends up going back to her apartment at some point before, in the midst of her getting arrested for trying to walk in front of a train because she's trying to go back to real life.
Oh,
Yeah,
correct.
she tries-
She
yeah,
tries
gets
to kill
arrested.
herself, right?
Liam Hemsworth ends up getting her out of jail, and then she goes home, and then Donnie's there, like, and her apartment's all different. Like, everything at that point becomes all over the place for her. It still goes to a montage that doesn't happen, which is frustrating.
Yeah, but
bullshit.
her apartment gets upgraded.
Ah,
She
true.
calls the
Everything
police.
does.
She
Her
calls
dog.
911.
Yeah.
Yeah, her dog,
Her dog gets
listens to her
upgraded.
commands.
Oh, so going back, when he gives her number or his number.
Oh my God, on
that
the
was
rose
very
petals.
funny when she keeps saying, because like they're all in such this like la la land that they don't know they're in a rom-com. So he's writing his number on random petals and then hands over the petals, and she's like, you know that there are like 3 billion different combinations for this, and I will never ever be able to call you. And
And then
She
he
gets
said-
it
and then-
right.
And his response is, but there's only one person like you.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
perfect.
right,
Perfect quip.
like they play up the. I honestly, I kind of liked this movie. It wasn't
Oh.
great. It wasn't great, but I kind of liked it. Like there were like the play on the rom-com stereotypes was funny. There were funny parts to it.
Well, we'll get into this later.
There were definitely problems with it for sure, but the movie doesn't start until 3/4 of the way through.
Right, it's a very short movie.
Yeah,
How long
maybe
was it?
about 80
I looked
minutes.
at my phone when it started. It was 8:20. We walked out of the movie into like the main area of the Haslam movie theater at 9:47.
Oh damn!
We're talking
Yeah,
like an hour 20.
Yeah.
it's 1:28.
Yeah.
That's a quick.
1:28. So, yeah, it's a quick movie.
Yeah, it's a Game of
not-
Thrones episode.
It doesn't. Yeah, it didn't take
Hopefully.
too long.
Hopefully, don't skip on the Game of Thrones episodes.
Shut
this
up,
year.
boy. So yeah, we know you're listening. RR.
Yeah. No.
No,
DB.
George R. R.
DB.
Martin is the author of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he's our core audience as well.
We have his books right here.
Yes, they're right there. Wow, shit, I was right. Yeah, see? Yeah. So, Nat and what's his name? Bruce? Barry? Blake!
Is it Blake?
It's Blake.
Survey says.
What do we got here?
It is.
I'm still looking at Donnie.
Oh
right
no,
now.
Maddie.
Blake.
Looking at Donnie.
Blake.
Oh my
It's
god.
Donnie.
bet my dad.
Donnie.
Blake. Blake.
Yeah, way to go.
I got one right.
Yeah, that's an Australian name.
Sure.
I think. I don't know.
Blake. Australian for Liam. Well, actually, Liam would be the
Yeah, that'd be
Australian one,
well,
right.
that works.
So they go out on a date.
On his yacht.
On his yacht. That was his yacht?
That was his yacht,
Whatever,
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They break into an ice cream. That was funny. They break into an ice cream place because it's closed.
Because they take a yacht to Red Hook and just dock it. Because
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
You can't do that?
No.
I think you can.
Yeah, maybe a boat. You can't dock it.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna buy a boat and I'm
Yacht
gonna take
dock.
it
Yeah.
from here. and
No,
I'm
he's
gonna
saying
dock
a
it.
boat you could.
Probably
A
boat.
yacht you can't.
Oh, a yacht you can't.
I've never tried it, but I'm doubting you can roll a yacht up.
Maddie, what do you know about yachts?
Not enough.
Probably more than us.
Not enough.
So they. Where are we? I always get lost in these movies every time we're reviewing.
They
them.
break into the ice
Yeah,
cream
after
shop.
that.
After that, and then they run away, and then
Rum raisin
it's the
and
big
butter pecan.
the
is
big
his
sex
favorite.
scene.
Right.
That doesn't
Damn,
happen.
We should. Our fucking listing should have just been ranking ice creams. That
Well,
would
that's
have.
okay.
That should have been.
No.
That's what we should have done. All right. So sex.
That's a layup.
Go
There's
on.
only one ice cream flavor, and it's birthday cake remix from Cold Stone.
Oh,
That's no. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
see, this would have gotten heated. See, I told you. Yeah, don't ever doubt me as the host.
All right,
With
well,
the most.
We're gonna have a bonus round.
So yeah, they do the sex thing, which is given away in the trailers.
Yeah, exactly.
Which they should have saved this gag because it was funny, but we saw it.
So
They can't have sex.
So she thinks that the only way to get out of this rom-com is to get Liam Hemsworth to
fall in
fall in
love.
love with her.
Yeah.
So she keeps stopping him before he says "I love you," because she wants to fuck before
Correct. Before she gets back in the real world. Yeah.
Right. But that keeps getting cut.
Yeah. So every time they try to have sex, it just
cuts
skips to the next scene of her waking up again.
Right, and a big part of this movie too, her being in a rom-com, everything happens like a rom-com, where the cutscene, she's like, "Oh, that drive was like 30 seconds. How did I get
Yes.
across town?"
Yeah.
So it's like
each time, she's in it, but like she's in it kind of like as the movie is.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of like fourth wall breaking a little bit.
Yeah, which
Yes.
it was like a cool little like wrinkle into it. Like
Yeah.
they weren't only making fun of the idea of a rom-com, but a rom-com movie. It's
More and more
like
we
the
talk
actual
about this,
movie.
I'm not liking how much you like this movie.
It was.
He's talking himself into it.
I ranked.
He's talking
I
himself
ranked
into
Mary
it.
Poppins like 40 points higher than both of you. So yeah,
No, but Mary
this
Poppins
movie's
was
so
the
much
worst
better than Mary Poppins.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still not over a 50.
Yeah.
I would even say it's worse, but we'll get there later.
You say it's worse?
Wow.
We'll talk about that later.
By the way, that Eric was just for Mo.
Yeah.
So we'll see how much she listens. So now after the movie, no, fuck, what am I talking about? The sex scene.
Yeah.
It could be described as a movie as well.
They get invited to
The Hamptons.
the Hamptons by
Jake and Isabella.
Isabella and Josh.
Josh, not
Yeah.
Jake.
Drake and Josh.
Yeah.
Drake and Josh and Isabella, the three of them. They invite them to the Hamptons for a party, which like a small little party. They say Matt is adding more ice
No,
cream.
this
to
is,
his
I'm
floor.
just having something.
Oh, okay.
No, now he's
All right.
really getting into the story now.
So he would be comfort eating at this point.
Spoiler, butter pecan, underrated ice cream.
I told you that night. It's good. Butter pecan. Fight me on it. It's good.
It's a pecan or pecan?
Pecan.
Okay, that's settled.
So they go out to the Hamptons. They say it's for a little get together between friends, something we're throwing together.
They take their fucking helicopters there.
But that was really funny where they're saying like, I'll bring my helicopter. We would invite you onto ours. No, maybe we should just take our helicopter because just in case the mood hits us right and we have to get out of there.
That being said, they missed a pivotal scene they could have had that I thought they were going to go with, which would have been a helicopter racing scene. Because they were both flying over. I thought there was going to be a race. Oh, yeah.
Or the helicopters crashing into each other and getting out of there half an hour early.
I don't think that they were real helicopters. I think that was CGI.
Oh, I don't think they were real.
Thank you, Anthony.
This movie didn't have the helicopter budget.
Where's the copter?
Where is the copter? I would like to look. You guys vamp a little. Talk. I want to find the budget.
That scene they're flying because they're all competing with each other. I thought there'd be a scene the helicopters going
maybe
with one another.
They'd go up dipping underneath bridges.
Couple loops
maybe a little Aladdin.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, that could have been.
It felt
really
like a very
cool.
because there was all that what's it called, the pissing match of them having two like competing couples. I thought there'd be a little bit of that show offness.
Very.
They skipped by that too. That's a pivotal scene in a rom com like that.
Right.
The two competing couples.
But also very like rom com to be like, oh yeah, people just have helicopters to go to the fucking Hamptons, right?
A tiny soiree, you know.
Okay, so far we are getting a yacht to take to Red Hook.
Yep.
And we're getting a
the yacht's going to have a helicopter pad.
Right.
What do you do with the helicopter?
And then from
pad?
Red Hook, we're going to take the helicopter to the Hamptons.
When
we got big plans for the summer.
I mean, what are you supposed to do? You get the yacht with the helicopter pad. You got to put the helicopter on it.
Right. Yeah. Of course.
That's
the only way to do it.
Right.
So.
And the jet skis off the back.
Summer 2019 is going to be huge.
Yeah.
We're going to throw a party on the Hamptons.
Wow, the production budget on this was $31 million. It's already made $33 million.
Well, I'm just happy that I contributed.
To it. I don't think that's helicopter money though.
No,
31 mil is helicopter money. I mean, any schmuck can.
They had big names in this.
They crashed a Ferrari. Like that's they didn't.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, you're right.
They did.
Yeah. This movie had big names.
But it was a 2010 Ferrari though.
Can I throw an ad in here without throwing an ad in here?
Yeah.
With Blade, you can rent a helicopter.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
That's what
no
I'm
free ads.
That's only a couple.
Pay us, Blade.
Yeah, we'll bleep that one out.
Yeah.
But
I'm just saying, any schmuck can go to the city and take a helicopter ride. They could have just did those helicopter tours.
No, that was not one of those. But those two helicopters they rolled up, those are not the real ones.
So, whilst at the Hamptons.
Whilst
at the Hamptons.
Now he's got his Hamptons.
Yeah, if we're in the Hamptons.
We're in the Hamptons now.
So, while Nat is at the Hamptons, she realizes maybe I didn't need to get Blake to fall in love with me. Maybe I needed to get Josh to fall in love with me because Josh has loved me the whole time.
But wait.
And now he's left me for another girl. Not left, but now he's with another girl. And while this whole, kind of revelation is happening, it's revealed that everybody is actually there for the wedding of Isabella and Josh.
Right. Shyamalan. We just got Shyamalan.
Shyamalan a ding dong.
That is the big twist.
Yeah.
That's the rising action.
So now, Nat tells Donnie, who wasn't there.
No, he took the bus.
Donnie took the bus.
How long of a bus ride is it from
the Hamptons to the city?
I can't answer that. Not that long. It's not as bad as you think.
But
you've taken the bus?
I've heard about the bus. I mean, I've driven out there. I've taken the train out
there.
But
see, I think that was the joke.
3.5 hours. Yes.
Yeah, I think that was the joke.
That's how most people get to the Hamptons who can't do the Hamptons.
Yeah,
right. Okay,
and
so that's how we're getting there.
Yeah,
or the train.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Or we're biking.
Fun fact: there's a booze train you can take basically, where like everyone on a Friday gets out there, and the train is just everybody getting rip shit.
Cut the podcast and let's find this train.
Yeah, wait. Is it like the train from Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind?
I never saw it, so I don't know.
Damn. Second question: is it like a train from Red Dead Redemption 2?
Also never played it, so I can't answer.
Oh,
Arthur! Get on the train, Arthur!
I had a plan.
All right.
Out on a limb, I don't think it's like that either.
Okay.
Okay. So not 19th century.
Positive
America.
feedback.
Got it. Okay.
Thank you. So now the whole thing we have not talked about this because it is a big thing with us. The big event of the entire movie.
Oh yeah.
The linchpin of this movie is karaoke.
Correct.
Fucking love it.
Fucking love it. It was.
Hey, you're a big karaoke guy now.
I'm a big karaoke guy
Yeah.
now. Bought 2 karaoke mics myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be doing some karaoke this weekend.
We've used
Yeah,
said
oh, yeah.
karaoke mics.
Excuse me?
We've used these said karaoke mics.
We have. We used them this weekend. We used them
We did.
a couple weeks ago. They're a hit.
I would say
would
that
say.
they're a hit. Yeah.
But
Well
by
worth
way,
the money.
we buried the lead, by the way, first and foremost. Congratulations, Mikey, by the way. Hey,
Hey, isn't it
he's engaged.
romantic?
Yeah. Did you have a romantic weekend?
No. Moving on. So, huge karaoke scene where, of course, since it's rom-com, it is so overdone and amazing.
It was great. It was
Amazing.
a great rendition of Whitney Houston's.
But what was
I Wanna Dance With
what was
Somebody.
Adam Devine singing to start with? He did a song and it was pretty funny.
I don't know what it was. I
Shit.
forgot it.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Okay, all right, moving on. Maybe I can.
I was so distracted by how empty that karaoke bar was.
It was just for that. They rented it out.
They rented it out.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
That was the rehearsal dinner.
The rehearsal dinner was a karaoke.
And that's
Yeah.
what I assumed.
Which-
Yo,
By
that
the
is
way,
a fucking
yeah.
brilliant idea.
Yeah, I know.
I assumed.
Oh.
No, I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm
I'm
pretty
gonna-
sure you're
Yeah,
right.
it was a pre-soiree into the rehearsal.
I'm
dinner.
gonna tuck that idea right in the pocket.
Right up into my waistband.
Yeah, right up in the pocket.
1,000 miles? No.
No, that was in the movie
I
a
know.
lot.
Kiss Me? That's it.
Kiss Me.
It was Kiss Me.
It was she
Yes,
sang it.
she was singing it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
Isabella was saying it.
because Natalie and Josh were talking at the bar.
Yes,
and she
you're
was
right, you're
she
right.
was buying him shots
To try to get him fucked up so that she could hook up with him and stop the wedding.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So, huge musical number, like you see in the rom-coms.
Yep.
For I Want to Dance with Somebody. And
It was hype.
it was
It
good.
was real hype.
I liked it.
It was a C+ at best.
Oh!
What are you guys watching?
Boo!
Man.
It was so bad.
No way.
I
Dang.
will
liked
say
it.
the one part I love in every rom-com, and again, it was an 80s throwback concept with it, when they have the scene where they just pick random people that are at the party that are expert dancers.
Yes.
Just doing jumps and splits. Like,
Oh, yeah.
That I love. That was a
Oh,
nice,
hell
that,
yeah.
That was a nice touch.
I
However,
think we all have a favorite that we're going to talk about later in segment 2.
I think so.
Oh yeah, but it was funny too when they walk out and they even said like, how did they all know the choreography?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah,
Yeah,
because they leave and they're walking on the beach. Of course, there's a long
of course.
romantic
Yeah.
beach
Well
walk.
done. It was
Why
good.
not?
Yeah.
Where Josh and Natalie are speaking.
Yeah.
And he tells her that he wishes that he picked, or he always thought that they would end up together.
Correct.
That was at the soiree.
Oh.
And then they talk about it again, and she says, "What, like, basically, what are you doing with her?"
Yeah.
And he gives a little bit of in a different life. Like, the end of their conversation was, it feels like they're
yes.
going to kiss, and he's like, you know what, in a different life kind of thing.
Maybe
Shadowing.
maybe the
Because
real world.
in a different life.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Oh boy.
we'll get back to you on that. So yeah, she has to stop the wedding. That's her goal now. Oh no, now she's given up, right?
She thought she's got no chance.
She
starts-
gave up.
She's
starts
going
to pack
home.
up. Obviously, Donnie knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah.
he
What is
pops
that?
in the next morning.
Like Ex Machina. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a plot point.
Oh.
Like, yeah. So like
Yeah.
something. So it's like Donnie Ex Machina.
Yeah, it sure is, because he came waltzing in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I really do mean
Oh,
waltzing.
by the way, Donnie's attire in the whole movie, pretty sweet.
Fire.
Except I wouldn't wear like the romper part of it, but like his lobster shirt
Nah,
in this
dude,
scene.
You could totally rock a
Oh,
romper.
I wouldn't. No.
The man romper. I mean,
Momper.
it is in style.
No, it's not.
It's not for me, but
No.
by the way, even for me, that's not.
Who do you think
that
the
is
first-
not-
I
that
know,
is
I
not
know.
a
Who will
Yeah.
be the first one of our friends, do you think, that will rock the male romper?
Mike Lang.
no question.
If it wasn't going to be Matty, I don't know who would.
I know, and Matty just said that he wouldn't.
Yeah.
No, but,
So-
he'll go down a road. He'll wear one in like 2 years when it's not a thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I hope so.
That and a pair of like penny loafers, like really oiled up.
Oh, man, that'd be great.
So, Donnie convinces Nat, like, you've got to go. You've got to, you have to make a grand, gesture.
Gesture, yes,
and
of course.
stop
That's always
this wedding.
necessary.
Yes,
in a
exactly.
rom-com.
Like, yeah.
You got to go in there. You got to tell him how you feel.
Tell him you love him. Stop that wedding.
I will
And-
say his speech he gave though, the speech he gave. to
Donnie's?
her- Donnie's speech
Yeah.
Was good.
Oh man, that is one of those for Brandon. Brandon, by the way, is his real name in real life.
Okay.
He'll bring that back for his his
His reel?
his
His sizzle reel.
Yeah, his sizzle reel. He will use
Oh,
that
yeah.
speech
Yeah.
about him.
It was
and the way
good.
he came-
It was
I liked
emotional.
him. I don't know who he is. I'll look.
Brandon
I'll look.
Jones. I think
He
it was.
where
I don't know him.
Is
He was
he-
good though. He was very good.
he looked familiar. I've seen him on
He
something.
was in. He's
probably
in the
on
Good Place.
probably on Bravo or something.
Can You Ever Forgive Me, which I literally just watched.
Okay, well.
Yeah, so I actually do know who this guy is. Now that I've like seen two things, I absolutely know who this guy is.
Brandon Scott Jones.
So Nat, she goes to the wedding, determined to end it. She busts in. She makes her little speech.
First she ran.
Oh yeah,
she
the
ran there.
slow motion run.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was they talked about all the cliches, and that's one of them. And she busts in. She makes her big speech about how Josh can't marry somebody else because she loves
Herself.
Herself.
Shyamalan. Shyamalan.
You thought we were gonna say she loves Josh,
Yeah, that would be rom-com.
but she doesn't. She realizes all she needs to get out of this life, this rom-com world, is to make the realization that she loves herself and she is worth it.
It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, maybe she's worth it. What's
Wow.
the cover
What a
girl?
twist.
Yeah, yeah, not a great twist. Did not like this part of the movie.
Yeah, I didn't like that part
No,
of the movie either.
it was a little lame, but I do like how they went off the like. I think
Right.
they would have been playing into the rom-com like cliches if like the whole grand thing was
Right.
I love you. Like it was kind of cool that like she came off and
But
did
also,
a different thing.
what do you think the
We'll
success
get there in a
rate?
second, I guess.
Yeah,
What do you think the
yeah, true,
success rate
true.
is on stopping
On stopping a wedding?
Yeah, what do you
I
think?
fucking hope someone tries to stop my wedding.
Oh my god.
That would be fucking awesome. On
Dude,
either
then
side.
I would have to Vince Vaughn and just knock the person out.
But yeah, but like on either side. Imagine a girl came in and tried to stop the wedding on my behalf. That's sick.
We'll bleep this part out.
Yeah, we'll cut this.
I'm fucking leaving it in.
That would
So-
never happen.
Okay.
Here's a question. You're breaking up a wedding. What would you say?
Oh
I've
man.
thought about
I
this
mean-
before. What could you possibly
I know.
think is the right thing
I
to
know.
say?
I mean, I don't even want to be the last person in that damn church.
Sure.
No.
Like that is like anxiety riddled. Imagine
doing
busting in.
all eyes on
Having
you.
to sneeze or coughing. Oh my god, I want to.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
Yeah.
Share this. Let alone.
I'm
like,
afraid that I'm gonna pass out every time. Every time I'm in a church, by the way, in the last like 5 years, I've had like mini panic attacks, and I don't know what's going on.
It says something about yourself.
I
I
think,
think I know.
we
I
know
what's going on.
we know what's
yeah.
going on.
Dude, I couldn't even like. What do you like? I have average meat. My credit's pretty good.
Well, think about. I thought about it in the speech from Wedding Crashers after it, right? Like how bad his speech was about going to a funeral and like seeing someone die. And the entire premise of that speech was, the person I love is still alive, so come take a walk with me. That was the plot of his speech.
Yeah.
on Wedding Crashers, and it worked. I
was like, hey, buddy, you were just talking about trying to fuck chicks at weddings.
Yeah.
Like, get
Funerals
out.
at a funeral.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. Yeah, funerals. Like, get out.
And the whole point was to say you're alive and that other person's dead, and that's why I love you. Like that's
Yeah, man. Like,
Also,
That's
there was a
bold.
member of
That's
the
bold.
cabinet,
yeah,
Correct,
true.
yeah.
and then where was the security?
Yeah.
We could go into
Oh man,
Wedding
that's a good
Crashers.
point.
Yeah.
Fuck. Good point. Yeah, he should have been sniped.
He should have been sniped.
upon
He-
entry.
He wouldn't have even gotten to the steps of
No,
the church.
no fucking way. No, Owen Wilson is a dead man.
Yeah, he's
I actually
dead.
think he died, and that was like a dream.
Oh.
His like
He was
boy.
in this universe,
Yeah.
this rom-com
Yeah.
universe. That
He
what if
got
it's all connected?
What does it all mean, Basil?
What if it's all connected?
I-
We're
it
we're talking
could.
about a shared universe here.
We're talking about conspiracies, y'all, on the next episode of Bud Light's Camera Action.
talking about the Marvel universe. Fuck that.
We watched what's oh man, fuck, Fahrenheit 9/11.
Oh God!
Yeah.
come on. Fuck you.
What else you guys watching? Apocalypto? Like, what are we talking
I
Oh,
about?
like
man.
don't hate on Apocalypse.
That's a pretty sweet movie.
Yeah, dude. Mel
I'm
Gibson
hating on it,
fucks.
I'm just saying. Guys.
So
Where are we going here?
Isn't
we're going-
Fahrenheit 9/11 a conspiracy
We're
movie
going
by
on a-
Michael
Yes.
Moore?
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck
Yeah,
that
I know.
guy.
I know.
We're
I
on
agree.
we're on a ride though right now.
So and literally,
And
a
literally-
ride. Go. No, you set it up. That was
Natalie's about to take a ride.
Yeah, correct.
Because she takes the Ferrari and she's out of there.
good. Bang.
Crash.
Yeah. Runs right into it. What was it?
That was like a pole or something.
Yeah, something like that. But she gets shocked right back into her life. Why didn't she get sent right back into life though when she realized she loved herself?
Maybe
Because
she
had
needed
to have the same moment where she knocked her head in the subway, so she had to get in a crash again.
I don't know. By the rules of this, she knew all I have to do is find
Section
out like,
3A
the end
of
No,
game.
romcom says
no.
you
No,
have to have the same...
end
So it's
game.
a-
She should have gotten pulled out of it once.
No, it's a double trigger. She took the safety off when she realized she loved herself.
Correct.
And then she needed to
Yeah.
pull the trigger.
She's so deep in Inception, you gotta go 2 layers.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
she should. You know what should have happened? Because they kept talking about how in rom-coms the girl is always clumsy
Mhm.
and stuff like that. It was kind of funny, the Ferrari crash.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny. But she should have been like, all right, I know what I need to do. I love myself. She should have like turned around to leave the church and like tripped down the stairs and died.
True.
So that it sent her back into the
I
real
mean,
world.
she wouldn't have died. She would have just been.
But if it
Yeah.
like, you know, like
Would have been more, what's it called? Would have been fit the theme.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That would have
That's an inconsistency.
exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Put it.
So she's back in the real
only
world.
one they have.
Yeah, call IMDb. So she gets back into the real world. She goes back to her job. She's able to do
super confident.
She's able to do the pitch. She has confidence. She tells people to fuck off at work.
She pitches this beautiful garage that would never get built.
Do we know if it was beautiful? They didn't. They only showed
They didn't-
small plans, and you couldn't really look at them.
Because how can you really draw up a really nice looking garage for a hotel full of glass?
Answers next week.
Conspiracy.
So, so the
But she then, in her pitch, compares herself to the garage that normally is closed off and dark.
Correct.
Why
Yes,
don't
yeah,
people
yeah.
look at the garage?
You're right.
Let's make it light and airy and with glass so that when
Lame.
people don't normally take a look at it, they have a nice piece right next to them they never thought was there. At that point, someone
It's a nice message.
Someone should have punched her in the face and told her to get out, but Liam Hemsworth, who's now back in the room as the dickhead American,
Yeah.
like real estate guy, is like,
Bad
you know what?
Blake.
Not a bad idea.
I thought honestly that
yeah,
he was
I would-
going to say that he hated
I
it.
wish he did. It would have been
Yeah.
funny. It
Yeah.
would have been funny if he was like, "That's a fucking stupid idea."
Yeah.
So then she has all these confidence. She goes back into like her She goes into the office.
Yeah. Goes to Josh.
Goes
she
to
now
Josh.
has the confidence to tell him, "You need to stop looking at the
Supermodel.
the
out the window.
supermodel on the billboard.
That's
you
right
could,
outside her window.
right, like you could actually, like there are girls in this world who would love you and blah blah blah." Which there's another inconsistency because she's been like blowing him off this
Yeah.
whole time. It
She's
wasn't
the
like
one that was blowing him
yeah,
off.
she wanted nothing to do with him.
Maybe she thought that he was
Well,
like,
she
looking
didn't.
for.
It's a bit of a defense mechanism.
She
Yeah.
didn't. Yeah,
Oh.
she didn't. Remember, he tells her like you never see love.
Right. Yeah.
Like you wouldn't even know if a guy loved you and was
Mhm.
talking to you right now. It's almost as like
Right.
blunt as that.
Right. And then he makes her sit down in his chair.
Yeah.
And he sits in her chair. This is the romantic part of the movie.
This
Oh,
was,
yeah.
This was
very
very
a
well
really,
done.
really, really good part of the movie.
This was
like one
maybe
really
the only good part. And
yeah.
he
Go ahead.
she looks out the window and the billboard is like half covered and he's really looking at her.
At her.
And he's looking at her because her face is in the reflection of the window, so he can see her face
Right.
directly
Yeah.
Right.
through the window.
There were people. I think we should mention we haven't yet. This is the first time that Anthony and I have ever seen a movie with a guest in theaters or ever really.
Right, yeah.
We've never watched a movie with somebody before. This is huge.
Guys.
Yeah.
We took up the row.
That's big. Yeah, we
Right.
took up a row. You know, triple date with our gals.
Is this you being romantic during the big romance scene?
I'm just saying.
Well,
Isn't
then-
this romantic?
Well, then they start making out in the middle of the office.
Yeah.
And as someone who has dated someone that I worked with,
Hold on.
how does that happen?
Early in the movie when she is talking about all the problems with rom-coms because the girl is always ditzy and like this and that. One of the things she says is like the offices that these people work in, must not have HR.
Right.
Because, like, the office would put an end to that. And then the two of them are just standing there making out in the middle of the office. Somebody would have been like, hey,
What's going on here?
Harassment.
file out a paperwork form
Yeah.
and declare this relationship.
Hello.
You're making out in the office,
This is
damn
corporate
it.
America.
It's a classic 745. You got to fill the relationship.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get suspended without pay for a minute.
Oh,
Is there anything else in this movie?
that's it.
Yeah,
then it's
the-
then
yeah,
it-
the-
oh,
the ending.
the
fight
ending
scene.
musical number.
Oh, yeah, like a dance number and the credits. Nothing to... I have no...
Yeah, I have
It was
nothing
okay.
to say.
It was
I have
kinda
nothing
funny.
to say about it.
There were laughable parts in it. They were having fun. They had fun making this movie.
They definitely did.
Like, the four main characters...
I don't know how Liam Hemsworth let that whole montage happen. He got exposed as the shittiest dancer I've ever
Oh,
seen.
he did.
He
Yeah,
can't
for sure.
dance for
No,
shit.
I agree.
Forget
Yeah.
about the saxophone scene, which I get.
That was funny.
He
Yeah,
can't-
sexy
he-
sax man.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
can't dance for shit.
I'm a
Yeah,
big
he
sexy
was.
sax
He was
man.
pretty
It
bad.
was very bad.
Oh, maybe we'll end with sexy sax man.
Oh, I think we really should.
Yeah, I think we should. I will say this got a good reaction from the people, like the crowd that we were with, because there was during the big kissing scene.
Would you say people?
I would say two people. there was a couple sitting by. I think it was a couple. I actually didn't see it.
I think it was two
It may have
older
just been
ladies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, during the big kissing scene, there was like 3 straight. Aww,
Yeah,
aww, aww, and I was like,
that was really me.
masturbating. And then my actual favorite part of this whole movie was someone attempting to start a slow clap.
A clap, yeah.
How many times did they do it though?
Twice.
Was it once?
Oh, it was twice.
Oh, it was twice.
I should have honestly.
We should have.
I
We
should have
should
joined
have.
in. But honestly, when I watched this movie, I was so disappointed that I was like, I can't start clapping.
I can't. I mean, I
But
gotta
for
say,
comedy's sake, I should have started clapping with that person.
It would have been funny. I would have
Yeah,
laughed
yeah.
pretty hard if you had.
I'm really honored that you guys brought me to watch this movie with you guys. Halfway through, I looked up and you guys didn't see. I look over at you guys, and in my head, I'm like, you motherfuckers maybe watch Mary Poppins 2, and then maybe watch Mary Poppins 2. This whimsical piece of garbage again. I was like, I can't even.
You didn't like the whimsical parts of it?
I'm kind of surprised. I thought Matty would like this movie.
You
Yeah.
know I'm a fan of whimsy, but not
Yeah.
like this. This was
Yeah.
shit. This was shit.
So
whimsy.
what were your problems with the movie?
My problem is this: when we're talking about making spoof movies, right?
Spoofies.
There are some
Spoofies.
We're talking about spoofies. There are some fantastic ones to live up to in terms of what we'll get to, I guess, later on. But the most recent spoofies that have happened have sucked.
I
didn't
agree.
I didn't realize walking into this one, this actually was a spoofie until we're middle of the way through.
I
You didn't know until
I
we
didn't
were
see-
halfway
I
through?
didn't see the
I kind of
trailer,
didn't
so
realize it was
Oh.
going to be this kind of spoof.
Yeah, I was
I
didn't
thought it was
know.
going to make fun of it, but I thought it was going to be a different kind of thing. Ended up being pretty much a spoofy movie. And I'm like, oh my god, this is bad. Like, I've seen A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh my God.
That I thought was the shittiest spoofy I've ever seen.
That's like a racist movie.
This is
man.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of
Yeah.
that part.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm talking about the
What are you talking about?
the Adam Sandler one.
Oh, the
8
Hateful
something.
Eight.
Yeah, the
Hateful
Hateful Eight. Yeah,
yeah.
that was racist. Adam Sandler speaks in a Native American
Yeah.
accent the entire movie.
Not great.
No.
All I know is this was so. There's so many ways to make a spoof so good, and this
I
was
know.
so bad.
Matt
And
is setting up our next segment
That is the
very well.
that is the problem for me with
Yeah.
this whole movie.
But I have one more thing to say. So, Anthony, would you recommend people seeing this movie?
No,
Wow.
I wouldn't.
No?
Watch it like when you're alone and it's on TBS in like
Okay.
6 months.
All right. Well, that would probably be later than that. But yeah, okay. Matt,
You're asking me?
yeah, I'm asking you.
No, I don't
Wow.
think unless you want. Again, watch it for 3 minutes just to understand the ratio of ice cream to wine for the wine float. That's
You
about
can
it.
get that early.
Outside of that part, and that's by the way, that led me into the movie feeling like, all right, we got something funnier. Unsung hero of the movie, the mom was really fucking funny.
Yeah, the mom was kind
The
of
mom
funny.
was funny, gave me a false sense of hope. Donnie helped.
Donnie helped.
It was bad. No, I wouldn't. watch
Okay.
it.
I'm going to say
I would.
yes.
Jesus.
I'm going to say I'll recommend this movie. But, if you're going to go on, a date night, I think this movie was good. I would, not
This
great.
is a date night if you've been dating someone for 2 years plus. You don't go
Yeah. Oh, no,
early.
not with a new
No,
with a new
you don't do this
person.
with a new person.
No.
My
No.
wife loves whimsy
My
more
wife.
than I do, and to
My
an
wife.
nth degree. She looked at me in the movie and went, "What did we just watch?"
Wow.
So-
I would actually, we should have asked the girls what they thought about it. We won't because they're downstairs, and that's too much of a get. But I don't know. I would say watch it. It's no harm. We've seen worse movies.
We've definitely seen worse movies.
We've definitely seen worse movies.
Yes.
Mary
Poppins was so much worse.
Oh,
than
that
this
movie is terrible. My rating is actually going to go down for Mary Poppins because of this
you can't
movie.
go down. You can't.
I absolutely
you can't adjust.
I reserve the right to change.
No, that's rookie. man.
Absolutely.
Nope. See, that's why you don't. You. I thought you went too high for Mary Poppins.
Kill you. So after the break, we're going to have either a snake draft or just a top four. Yeah, we're doing a snake draft. Fuck it. All right, we're figuring it out right now. We're gonna do a snake draft of our top 4 spoof parody movies.
We're gonna draft spoof movies.
We're gonna draft them.
Spoovies.
After this. I'm on the wrong track, so after this. Alright, we're back. We are going to do our snake draft of parody movies. I'm going to get the list right here.
You're a parody.
It is. What the fuck? Alright, Matt, Mike, Ant.
I get the last pick
Yeah, well, fuck you.
every time. That's the
Alright,
parody.
That's fucking. God damn it. That's huge.
Oh, that's
that Matt gets
helpful.
the win.
That
on
is huge.
Alright,
Should I start?
Matty, you're up. Go ahead. Just take
It may be just in our crew of friends, but
Just take it.
there is only one choice,
Yes.
and it is not another teen movie.
Not another teen movie.
It shaped our childhood.
It
Like,
is so
man.
instrumental.
What
but
a-
I would not know who Chris Evans is, honestly, without that movie.
What a role.
It's one of his first. I mean, one of the first I've ever seen of him. But at that point, he wasn't on the map really.
No,
right?
he wasn't.
No,
That was his first
no.
role.
And-
Priscilla Presley.
Priscilla Presley is amazing in that movie. Oh my
Oh,
god!
yeah.
And the dude from was it Hawaii Five-0 or one of the crime movies, one of the crime shows these days. The blonde guy, the other quarterback. I forget his name.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's his like first real role in there.
Criminal Minds.
Not Criminal Minds. It's
No,
Hawaii Five-0 or
it's,
something like that.
Oh my god. He's in Fired Up. You ever see that
The
movie?
movie? Yeah.
He's like the male cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know that guy's name, but yes, you're right. That is one of his. Wow, what a movie!
That song, by the way, the
Oh
the
yeah,
ultimate song is one of my favorite songs. Maybe of all time.
It's a big word. It's the penultimate song of all of the parody movie of all
Yeah.
these
Yep.
rom-com movie songs like that, and it drew from what Isn't It Romantic did not do. It drew from every one of the teen movies in the best way.
Right.
And all the best pieces, played them in right. The drunk dad, the broken down house, the glasses, the what's his face having oh my god, the guy with the
sister who wanted to sleep with her brother.
correct.
Yeah.
By the way, that's like a
Who's
real,
Chris Evans?
right. That's
Yeah.
that's like that one right in there. Where you
Yeah.
him, Chris Evans coming out in a whipped cream bikini. Right?
Yeah.
All of the
Everything was there.
perfectly done.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get better than that.
No,
I think
agree.
early
It's-
2000s is probably the best spoof time.
Yes.
Yeah,
And,
which
I will say I took number one. There's a 1A really close by.
okay.
Okay.
This
All right.
is an easy 1A.
Well, okay. So my first pick, I feel like this is just fuck. I'm gonna take Scary Movie.
That's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll take Scary Movie because I feel like those were the best too. Like, Not Another Teen Movie crushed the teen movie category, and Scary Movie was just, I mean, everything that it hit. Like scary movies are such an easy one to do,
Yeah.
and they killed it. All of those gags that, I mean, they went on way too long with the franchise of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, damn, if that movie wasn't just so funny.
It was so good. I'm going to go with Scary Movie 2.
Oh, that was I almost picked
fair.
that.
Is
I
my-
almost
is
took
my
it.
gonna be my
Shit.
pick.
Damn.
Only because of my strong hand.
Yes, I actually. So that
And
was,
Tim Curry,
Yeah.
and those two make the second one.
By
like,
the way, with the character, my strong hand, I don't know the actor's name. The fact that he's now in Schitt's Creek, when he popped on screen,
Yes.
I lost my shit.
Chris,
I haven't seen him since.
you
And then
haven't? No, he's always does like a little bit of bit characters there. Here
I
and
guess,
there.
but he's a main character in Schitt's Creek, and he
Yeah.
pops up as the mayor of town.
I mean,
Oh boy,
he was.
he might as
also
well
in,
be that same character.
He was
as
in How I
Mayor
Met Your
Town.
Mother.
Yeah, he was.
Chris Elliott. Chris Elliott.
Chris
That's
Elliott.
his name.
yeah.
And you have.
I have the second one.
Another pick?
All right, my second one. This one is absurd, but it's
Okay.
honestly one of the funniest movies I've ever seen,
Okay.
and I love it. Kung Pao.
Fuck you!
Kung
Oh,
Pao,
that's-
Enter the Fist.
That's a great pick.
Fuck.
That's a huge pick.
The voiceover.
God damn.
Chosen one is like it is such a funny fucking movie. How they that's an like how they voiced that over, cut
Yeah,
that
I
guy
agree.
in there, and just everything about it is awesome. Mike, up to you.
All right. I'm gonna have to. I need a second here because I just need
Oh
to.
no! Did I take your pick?
You did, and
I'm so sorry.
I thought that was gonna be a value
Neo.
pick later on.
So sorry.
That's fine.
Sporin.
I am going to take Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
That
It's
is
a fair pick.
that is a great pick. I had that.
The international British spy, Mike Myers, incredible in it. I think that there was another one that could have been the pick, but I'm gonna take The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Shagged Me
because it
is
was the
a-
one that set it off.
You kind of forget how that's a spoofy, but it's actually because it's such a good movie.
Right,
But
yeah.
it's a complete parody movie.
Oh yeah, I mean like all of the James Bond like type singing scenes,
Everything,
the
and it's just
gadgets, all
so
of it.
hyper aware of
cutscene
itself
dancing.
too.
Oh
It's
yeah,
amazing.
It's so good, so good. So yeah, that's my number 2. Maddie.
Okay.
The fact that I get 2 back to back lets me talk about one specifically that I love that I forget's a spoofy. Second pick is Mars Attacks.
Oh,
Mars Attacks is one of
yes.
one of my favorite movies. Period.
It's a good pick.
Just with how alien the aliens are.
Yes.
And, the fact that they put and just the carnage they ensue is so.
And a great ensemble cast.
Oh my god, the cast is insane.
Yeah.
It's
Agreed.
And the fact that to cancel out the aliens that blow their heads up, it's just incessant yodeling. Yeah, and that's what saves the day. Just oh my god, is it Evander Holyfield? Who's the boxer that's in? It's not Evander Holyfield, but there's somebody that's the what's it called? The guy in the Sphinx outfit the entire time. That saves the day too.
Damn, I don't know.
I don't know who
I
it
forget
is.
his name.
Yeah.
Should have done some more research there.
Yeah, probably should have.
The third one is very simple. I don't think I need to give it any introduction for this podcast crew. It's Your Highness.
Your Highness, we did see Your Highness.
Wasn't it Jim Brown?
Jim Brown.
Jim Brown,
Sorry.
yeah, it's
Yes,
Jim Brown,
Jim Brown.
yeah.
Yes, Jim Brown actually is amazing in that movie.
Yeah, funny story. Mike and I saw Your Highness, and we were the only ones in the theater.
Correct.
Back in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before coming up to see you at
Yeah,
Fairfield.
actually,
No way.
Yeah.
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 It is from 2011.
Bring it all back together.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh, just going back through into the list, the cast for Mars Attacks: Jack Nicholson, Glenn Close, Pierce Brosnan, Danny DeVito,
Danny
Martin
DeVito,
Short,
yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker, Michael J. Fox pops in there for a second.
Shit.
Oh, how did we forget about Tom Jones? Shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Natalie Portman too is in there. I didn't realize she was in there.
Yeah, she's the president's daughter.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
An amazing cast.
Great.
Alright.
Yeah.
All right, so
Mike?
Your Highness.
Yes.
All right, fuck. I have 4 left here, and I'm trying to choose the right one. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna take Shaun of the Dead.
Damn it. God.
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
What an asshole.
I've never seen that one all the way through.
Shaun of the Dead, I mean, kills the movie spoof. So good. I mean, like, those guys, the Coronado trilogy, it's, I mean, I'll say it, but Hot Fuzz, which is another spoof, this, and then At World's End, considered maybe the best trilogy of all time by certain movie folks. I'm not
You?
kidding. No, not me, but look it up. The Coronado...
Whomst.
The Coronado... Who is the end? The Coronado trilogy. It's considered one of the best, like, 3 pieces of movies, or 3 pieces of Hollywood media. But I love that movie. Both of those guys are so damn funny.
Yeah.
And I love zombie movies, so, you know, putting it
Yeah.
into that genre was great.
All right. Now
Man.
I have back-to-backs. I'm going to go old school with this one. It's going to be Blazing Saddle.
Oh,
That's a
damn.
good
Good
call.
pick.
Because that is the OG spoof movie by Mel
Okay.
Brooks. Of course, it's a spoof on the
Correct.
Westerns that were coming out in the 70s. And the iconic line, "Where the white women at?"
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
is one of the best lines in movie history.
Absolutely hilarious.
And the best part about that movie, it's not A Million Ways to Die in the West.
It is
which
not,
like
yeah.
mad.
Correct.
Right.
It is not.
I don't know how
love
that
movie.
got made because Blazing Saddles would never get made today.
Absolutely not. It's a different world. No way.
Yeah, 100% not possible.
God, that movie's so funny though.
It really is. And then my fourth pick's gonna be Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh. Okay.
That's a really good call.
Anything to say on it? Or?
No, I'm just gonna leave it at there.
All right, great. Sounds like you kind of haven't seen the movie. All right, my last pick. I have. You didn't take either of mine or any of mine really, but fuck. I'm gonna go with. Okay, I'll take another Mel Brooks. My personal favorite, Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein, really?
Young Frankenstein. Maybe the first movie that I ever saw that I like cried laughing. My dad showed me that movie, so I have sentimental value to it. But
Was
damn,
it because of Gene Wilder?
Gene Wilder's
is
so,
the funniest
yeah.
person, I think.
He's so good in that. But
Can I tell you a little side story about Young Frankenstein? Why I can't pick that movie?
Why?
7th grade, some kid had just seen it and looks at me and goes, "You look like Igor from Young Frankenstein."
Oh,
And
no.
I took a beating for
Oh,
that one.
no.
God.
So,
Yikes. All right, well, you've now offended our guest.
I'm terribly sorry.
For maybe the final time.
Okay, well, I'm gonna change my pick then to Young Sheldon.
All right,
well,
now the podcast
you
gets it.
offended
cannot-
me even more by that
I
one.
don't even think we could be friends anymore, let alone co-host this.
I'm just kidding. I would never watch that show.
Okay.
Matty, pick number 4.
We've left off a bunch that are not going to be said.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We're not even going to talk about the one I just forgot. Right? My last pick, just because it's one I've seen. It's one. Oh, Airplane was the one I was thinking of.
Airplane was on. Yeah.
Yeah. It's MacGruber.
Damn!
It's
Oh my God!
I had it on my list.
MacGruber needs to make this list.
How did I forget? That was such an
Oh,
oversight.
I had it on my
God,
list.
It had to make it.
That
It has
was
to go.
That's
maybe
great.
that was maybe the biggest mistake of my life was not including.
it's amazing.
MacGruber.
Yeah, what a funny fucking movie.
Holy
And
shit!
Team America's close, but I think MacGruber's funnier in my head for me. I know you guys may disagree, but I like MacGruber so much.
was
No,
Team
I
America
love it.
really a spoof? I didn't really think of it.
I
as a spoof.
I didn't even think about it just because it was like a puppet movie.
Yeah.
You know, like it was its own
Is it
like.
really spoof? I
It's
mean,
in
that
its own
movie,
genre.
Yeah.
that movie is. I love Team America.
Yeah, that would have definitely been maybe my
Would
number
we consider
one.
Eurotrip a spoof?
For like a college
Because you know
like
how
trip
we.
movie.
I mean, everyone knows how we feel about
No,
Eurotrip.
I love Eurotrip.
I don't think so.
I don't
It's
think
not a
so.
spoof,
I don't
right?
know. I don't think so.
Because
the
what would it spoof?
Do, do, do.
Oh, that didn't answer Matt's
Yes.
question. Like a college like road
I guess
trip
like
movie.
road trip movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it. The one that I had, we actually did a good job of like knocking these out. But Don't Be a Menace. Yeah, that movie. Like,
I don't know what that one is.
Don't be a menace to society while drinking your gin and juice in the hood.
Yeah, that's
The Wayans brothers.
Never seen it. I know it.
Hilarious.
Not familiar with
heard
it.
it's
Really, really good. Makes fun of all like the like black kids growing up in like the hood, and they go deep into the characters. So funny. Like making fun of Cuba Gooding Jr., Boys in the Hood, like stuff like that.
I mean,
So
I guess
good.
I'll take your word for it.
You should see the movie though.
I'm just like, I'm so shook about forgetting about MacGruber.
Yeah, that's a bad miss on
that like. All right. Well,
Anything
the
else?
Oscars.
Anything else?
The Oscars are about to be on, so we're.
All right.
Any predictions, guys?
Vigo.
Mahershala Ali.
Viggo Mortensen.
No, it's gonna be Christian Bale. All right. When we come back after this, the wrap up, and we're out.
What you reading? Oh.
All right. Well, Jesus. So, all right. That's it for Isn't It Romantic? Next week, we're coming back, and we're going to watch Fighting With My Family, the movie about the WWE superstar. Hey, you fucking what? You fucking Cockney Mary Poppins mother...